Getting the perfect fit on your hockey skates is crucial. We're here at the hockey shop, and I hear that Bauer's got something that's gonna change the game. Let's check it out. In this video, we're gonna take a look at Bauer's new skate fitting experience called the Bauer FitLab. Koop's gonna size me up for custom skates, and stay tuned to the end of the video. We're gonna take a look at these. Hey, Koop.
Buddy?
I'm ready to get some new skates.
Absolutely. There's a lot of exciting changes for the 24 season, so let's show you what we can do.
Let's do it. Wow, Koop, this looks sick. What is this thing?
So this is the new Bauer FitLab. This is the new generation of the scanner, and what it does, Bauer's partnered with a company out of New Jersey called Aetrex, and the scan's gonna take a 3D imprint of your foot that allows me to better see more things about volume, shape that my eyes can't pick up.
Cool. Yeah, it looks insane. I'm ready to hop on this thing.
Awesome, let's do it. All right, so what I need you to do, take your shoes off for me. I need socks off as well, because that's gonna give us the most accurate reading on the scan.
Gotcha.
And then I need your pants rolled up to about the mid-calf, okay?
Okay. Guys, we're going dogs out on camera. That's actually crazy. Don't get any close-ups of me, Ty. Is that enough, like, roll up there? Are we good?
Touch more if you can.
Okay.
But that should be fine almost right there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do, you're gonna stand inside the scanner right here, just facing towards the new skates that are on the wall there, okay? Now, toes pointing straight forward. I'm gonna have you do a slight active rest stance, so slight bend of the knees, and just stay still for me.
Okay.
So when we begin the scan, a couple things have changed with the new scanner this year. Now, instead of taking about 10 different pictures of the feet from the last generation scanner, we're getting close to 20 different pictures of the feet. And the really cool thing is that we're initiating pressure testing now, because this shows us where the gaps are when you actually stand. And then it gives us a better idea for maybe how an insole can help fill up the negative space and fill up the volume in your skate now.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah. So the next step here, you can take a step off the scanner.
Okay.
We're gonna do a gait analysis. So it's important when we look at the orthotic side of things, how we actually walk and where we put pressure on our feet when we're walking, right? So come to the other side here for me. When I press start, you have 30 seconds.
Okay.
What you're gonna do is you're just gonna naturally walk. You're gonna take a step in with your left foot and out.
Okay.
You're gonna turn around and do the right foot in and out.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good.
So go ahead whenever you're ready. So left foot in and out, perfect. And right foot in and out. Perfect.
All right.
All right, so question for you, what size are you currently in with your skates?
Size 8.
Size 8?
Yeah.
Okay. So what this is doing, it's spitting out a recommendation for what they see based on various measurements that they take for your foot. Okay. So when we look at the percentiles, we can see that length, we're sitting basically right on a size 8. So I think length in your current size is perfect.
Okay.
When we look at the width, we're kind of sitting in and around the average width. Instep is sitting around the average mark as well. Volume and arch height are all kind of sitting just a little bit under here and a little bit over on the arch height. What this all kind of tells us within these measurements is that you're sitting right around the Fit 2 category, which is going to be that classic Supreme fit. What skates do you currently wear?
Yeah, Matrix Supreme.
Matrix skates, Supremes? Okay, awesome. So for people who are really interested in the specs of their foot, this is all going to be sent to you when you type in your email at the beginning. If you click on advanced measurements, it shows us way more accurate information about what your foot shape actually looks like.
Wow, this is actually crazy. I'm in the top 2% arch height, so I actually have a really high arch. I didn't know that.
So now if we look at pressure mapping, the really cool thing about what this does, it shows us where all the negative space is in the skate. So for example, when we look at how your foot actually sits in a skate, all this empty space here can be filled up with an orthotic. Now Bauer's new orthotic line that they've come out with, partnered with Aetrex, recommends that you try an orthotic B, and that's gonna be the standard arch support.
Okay, cool.
So by filling up all the negative space in the skate, what we do is we create a more comfortable and closer fit to the skate, which leads to more energy transfer and just a better overall feel.
Nice.
So Luke, remember the gait analysis that we did when you were stepping across? If we actually look, we can now see where you put pressure when you're walking in specific areas.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you're wondering how the orthotics work, when we look at the pressure mapping, the really cool thing that this scanner is going to show us now is where you put a lot of pressure in and around the areas of your foot. So we can see that Luke puts a lot of pressure within the forefoot, a lot of pressure within the heels, because those are the darker red areas. Now, for you, if you were to use an orthotic, it helps relieve a lot of the pressure and dissipate the pressure around the foot just to create a nicer, comfortable fit.
Cool. Yeah, it's nice to get that visual. I can really see where the orthotic would make the changes on my foot. I'm gonna have to try them.
So another really cool feature about this scanner is that when you put your email in, you can click on the Learning Center and learn things about socks, profiles, orthotics, and other important pieces of your game. Now, since we're fitting for custom skates, have you ever had any pressure points or any issues in previous skates that maybe we need to pay attention to this time around?
Yeah, in the past, kind of right around here.
Okay.
Just on the side of the foot there.
Okay. So this area of the bunion spur, if we need to specify that maybe we need to add or get rid of foam in certain areas, we can highlight those little spots.
Gotcha.
Make comments about them and say a simple thing like bone spur, and then add little other notes just to make sure that they stretch out those areas for us.
Very cool. All right, Koop, now we got my feet scanned up and you know my size. Where are some custom options?
So Bauer's created 2 different price points this year. Their first price point is going to be a semi-custom where we base it actually off the stock fit, which we're going to find for you.
Okay.
But the great part is we can customize the color, the tongue, and personalize the tongue at a fraction of what the actual pro custom price point costs.
Nice.
So the second price point of the custom option is now going to be the pro custom side. So we can really change it to exactly what the NHL players are doing, all the way from different steel selections, holders, eyelets, stiffness levels, and really personalizing that skate to be the best fit for your foot.
Okay, nice. I only play once a week though in men's league, so I think the first option might be the one for me.
Makes sense.
Okay, I think the scanner said I need Orthotic Fit B, so why don't you tell me about those and everything else we got going on the table here?
Yeah, so Bauer's partnered with a company out of New Jersey called Aetrex, and they designed 3 different insoles to help with 3 different foot shapes. So Fit A is going to be for flatter arches that have pronation control to them. Fit B, the one that they recommended for you, is going to be for the medium arches. And then Fit C is going to be for the really high arch that put a lot of forefoot pressure on their feet. So for me, I personally use a Fit C, and it feels really comfortable for me. When we look over at the socks, there's a bunch of different socks to choose from, whether or not you want something super lightweight, something thicker, something to keep your feet warm, tons of great options for you. Profiling is another side of the game that can really help elevate the way you skate. So whether or not you're someone who wants more stability, you're more of a power skater, or someone who wants more agility and quickness, there's lots of profile options to choose from there. When we talk about the holders, the traditional Tuck Lightspeed Edge holder has been around for a number of years, but now with the game changing and getting faster, they've introduced the Powerfly holder. So stiffer on the front posting and softer on the back creates more energy transfer, more power, more speed for our players on the ice.
Gotcha.
And the final part, when we build your custom skate, we can get over all that when we get there.
Okay, perfect.
So what we're gonna do now is gonna try on a couple sample sizes. Again, if we need to talk about little areas that worked and didn't work, we can still specify that we need to make some changes in and around the skates themselves. So it really helps us get that detailed fit down for them. So with the new semi-custom price point coming out, we have the option of changing half sizes in the toe cap. Now, for you, your feet are the exact same size, so we don't need to make any changes there. The size 8 must have been perfect the last time, right?
Yeah.
So what I'll get you to do, throw your foot inside there for me.
Okay.
And make sure you give your heel a really good kick into the back once you got it on. Okay, we're gonna try the vapor on the right foot. And this will be good just to give you a general idea for how the 2 families are gonna fit.
Okay.
Now that we have the vapor tied up on the right foot, how are things feeling initially?
They feel pretty good, but I'm feeling a little bit of pressure just through the forefoot here near my toes.
Okay.
A little bit of cramping there.
Okay. Now, if it's mostly the bone spur bugging you in and around this area, there's small little things we can do to fix those. So when they make the custom skates, if we specify that that's a problem area, they can add or get rid of foam just to create more shape and almost do a pre-punch out for us.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Make sure your ankles don't look bendy in those either.
I know.
Okay, you look good.
Am I good? Do I pass?
I think you'll pass.
I can tell. I think the Shadow's the one for me.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, I think the Shadow Skate's the one for me, but what are some of the improvements from that Shadow Skate compared to this mock skate here?
Yeah, so starting with the bottom, they've introduced the new Powerfly holder here. So stiffer in the front post and softer in the back heel creates more energy transfer and acceleration when we're skating.
Gotcha, yeah, I can really see the differences right off the bat. This one looks pretty cool.
Yeah. When we talk about the outsole now, they've gone away from the unibody outsole that wraps up in and around the back of the heel, and they've now created a 40% stiffer flat outsole to create more energy transfer, more power when we're skating up and down the ice.
Gotcha, nice.
Obviously, from a design standpoint, we can see that the toe cap has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
This new toe cap, they've actually gotten rid of one of the eyelets sitting at the bottom and replaced them with rivets. So when we're talking about the really powerful, explosive skater that the Supreme line is for, this really helps us drive that energy transfer when we're skating up and down the ice.
Very cool. Yeah, I really like this new toe cap. It actually felt like there's a lot more room in this area. Maybe somewhere that I was cramping in the Hyperlight skate, I felt like I had a lot of room in this one, so That's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's quite comfortable. With the new design that they've created, it allows for most foot shapes to fit in there quite good.
Nice.
When we talk about the tongue, the boot, and the liner, we didn't really need to change anything from the mock because it was already such a good skate as it is. So we've gone with the new power coil tongue, just an updated, softer version. The same amazing LockFit Pro liner that we've had before to really keep that foot dry and locked in place when we're skating for hours on end.
Nice. All right, I think I'm sold on the Shadow Skate. What are some of my custom options?
So the great things about this price point is we can change whatever color you prefer to match your team or your favorite NHL team.
Nice.
We can personalize the tongue with various different tongue options. So if you want to put your name and number across the top, it's an awesome option to do. And then you can change the toe cap in terms of half sizes. So in case your feet are different, we can personalize it for you. But if not, we can keep it exactly the same size for you.
Nice, that's awesome. All right, I picked my skate, I'm sized up, I got the colors. Now how do I get these things?
So once we send our confirmation through the iPad to Bauer, they're going to create the skate. And when they come in, then we can talk about profiling, orthotics, and we're going to get you flying out there after we get the heat mold done. Let's go.
All right, Koop, thanks so much for fitting me up. It was an awesome experience. I can't wait for the call to pick up my custom Shadow Skates.
Can't wait to get you out there. It's been exciting.
All right, guys, if you want to get custom Shadow Skates, stop by the hockey shop, check out Bauer's new FitLab, and you can get your foot sized up by Koop, just like me. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned. We have a full Shadow Skate review coming soon.